Now, factually speaking, no judgment from me, but Hugh Jackman has been plagued with rumors of homosexuality throughout his entire career. It has been speculated for a host of reasons, some fair, some not.
For a fleeting moment, fans were under the delusion that Deadpool and Wolverine shared the most rock-solid friendship in Hollywood, but surprise, surprise, everything came crashing down faster than you can say chimichangas. Apparently, Hugh Jackman decided to give Ryan Reynolds the boot from Marvel, because who wouldn't want to orchestrate a power move that sends shockwaves through the industry? Reynolds is left stunned, and fans? Well, they're left scrambling to piece together the wreckage. But hold on, the real plot twist? Blake Lively's fingerprints are all over this mess. Talk about a family affair. Celebrity Insider News. Oh, Blake Lively may try to maintain her perfectly polished, cool exterior, but insiders know better. Behind the scenes, she's been stoking the flames of this whole fiasco, subtly pushing Ryan Reynolds to take shots at Hugh Jackman before Jackman could spill any incriminating tea. But wait, there's more. Apparently, Lively's behind-the-scenes maneuvering, coupled with last-minute rumors and shady deals, is exactly what pushed Jackman to drop the bomb and boot Reynolds from his precious Marvel gig. As for Reynolds, well, it seems he's way more concerned with saving his public image than sorting out the messy chaos that's slowly unraveling. And hold on to your popcorn because this feud is just getting started. Recently, a bizarre piece of footage surfaced online, supposedly cut from a longer interview, where someone takes a jab at how men in Hollywood sarcastically drop lines. It's all adding up, folks. And just when you thought this drama couldn't get juicier, brace yourself. Ryan Reynolds is reportedly having a meltdown. Why? Because Hugh Jackman finally broke his silence about their so-called bromance, and the cracks are starting to show.
They obviously, meaning Justin Baldoni's team, have been going after Ryan Reynolds for defamation, extortion, false light, intentional interference with contractual relations. They presented a very strong argument as to all of those claims, 6 of them.
Some say Reynolds has been working overtime to keep certain truths buried, especially if they could shatter the pristine, perfectly curated image he's crafted with his wife. The hush-hush AEO designation? Oh, it's buzzing for a reason. And it seems like there's a deeper, more calculated agenda to bury explosive details that could tear apart entire Hollywood careers. Jackman, once the shining star of the Marvel world, now finds himself tangled in legal messes. Guess this Hollywood soap opera is only just getting started. The latest rumor mill has it that Marvel sued Hugh Jackman, and suddenly, reality hit him like a ton of bricks. He realized he was standing on shaky ground, and revealing a few secrets might have been the only thing that could save whatever's left of his career. And as the whispers spread, fans everywhere started connecting the dots between Jackman's apparent scramble for survival and the meltdown that's supposedly consuming Ryan Reynolds. Talk about a train wreck in the making. At first, it seemed totally out of left field. Jackman, the fan-favorite Wolverine, turning on Reynolds, a guy he's been joking around with for years. But hold up. Once you peel back the layers, it starts to look like Jackman had no choice if he wanted to cling to his fading career. And now, amidst all these shocking revelations, people are starting to ask the million-dollar question. How did it all go from playful banter to a full-blown disaster? What was once a complicated dispute involving some shady allegations quickly escalated into something far messier. And here's the real kicker. Blake Lively, the seemingly perfect wife, has allegedly been the mastermind behind fueling this entire legal mess. While she's always painted herself as the doting spouse, dark whispers suggest she's been playing a much more devious role, warping the narrative to her benefit. But wait, it gets juicier. Apparently, Lively may have developed an emotional connection with her co-star, Justin Baldoni, during filming. And, surprise, that might have been the spark that ignited this entire fiasco. For someone who claims to cherish family life, she sure knows how to stir the pot. The mere thought that Blake Lively might have toyed with another man's affections on a film set has left a bad taste in the mouths of many fans. It's not exactly a fresh narrative for Lively. Rumors of on-set romances seem to follow her like a shadow. But this time, it feels different, heavier. Some insiders are even suggesting that her alleged flirtation with Justin Baldoni could have been the very catalyst that sent Reynolds into a spiraling meltdown, pushing him into a retaliatory frenzy. So the question remains, why would Lively risk her nearly decade-long marriage, 4 children, and her carefully curated image just to chase a spark with Baldoni? Oh right, because it's Hollywood, where chemistry does tend to blossom during those long shoots, right? Or maybe there's something far darker brewing underneath. Let's not forget the rumors swirling about Reynolds himself, including that cryptic tale about him sharing kisses with other actors, sometimes for comedic effect, sometimes in very ambiguous contexts. Yet, the real twist here is just how much Lively isn't just playing the passive wife role. She's apparently been deep in the trenches, contributing to the very escalation of this feud. The whispers of her bullying tendencies are all over online forums and in industry circles, and the more you dig, the uglier the scandal becomes. But wait, here comes the jaw dropper. Baldoni's legal team isn't just after Lively. Oh no, they've got Reynolds firmly in their sights too. Defamation, extortion, false light, meddling with contracts. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him. The suspicion that Reynolds has been using his Hollywood clout to orchestrate stories and intimidate key players, making sure he and Lively maintain their golden couple image while simultaneously stifling anyone who dares to cross them. Now, that's a tangled web. Instead of trying to fix the cracks in his marriage, Ryan Reynolds seems to be more interested in polishing his public image and keeping up the comedic anti-hero persona he's so carefully crafted. Which, let's be honest, is a bit of a head-scratcher. When marital issues flare up, especially when it involves emotional or shady affairs, most people would probably consider therapy or some quiet, private discussions. But no, not Reynolds. Instead, he's out there, controlling the media narrative, brushing off or outright trivializing Baldoni's grievances, and keeping up a never-ending parade of sarcastic banter. Talk about priorities. What really deepens the scandal is that this whole mess brings back those early whispers about Reynolds possibly forcing his way onto Lively's film set with Baldoni, presumably after catching wind of her emotional attachment. And what does Reynolds do? Oh, just use his star power to make sure Baldoni's presence is overshadowed. But now, things are starting to look even murkier, especially with recent developments shining a new light on Lively. Suddenly, she doesn't look so much like the innocent victim in this saga, but rather the mastermind pulling the strings. People who once thought she was blindsided by Reynolds' outbursts are now wondering if she's been feeding him half-truths, playing up her distress, and deliberately stoking the flames of this conflict to turn all the animosity toward Baldoni. A little too much drama for just a film set, don't you think? This is starting to feel like a classic Hollywood tale. Those couples who appear to have it all together, with their perfect, squeaky clean exteriors. But behind the scenes, they're waging silent wars that end up taking down entire careers once the drama spills into the public eye. And guess what? Hugh Jackman's forced deposition just dropped like another bombshell. The guy who's practically the face of Hollywood decency, who usually stays far away from controversy, suddenly finds himself on the outs with Deadpool. A shocking move, especially considering how beloved his Wolverine cameo appearances were. But rumors are swirling, and some claim that Reynolds was the one pulling the strings to oust Jackman. With few cards left to play, Jackman retaliated by spilling some serious tea on Reynolds, specifically about their so-called bromance. Jackman's revelations didn't just fuel speculation about his bond with Reynolds, they opened up a whole new can of worms about Lively's role in all of this. Suddenly, the whispers that she might be a beard in Hollywood terms, that is, someone who helps maintain a certain public image while concealing the truth behind closed doors, started to make a lot more sense. Could it be that the perfect public life Lively and Reynolds have so carefully cultivated is just that? An image?